situation over there, but the wind conditions will obviously play a factor here today, and we'll get into that just a little bit more. We're getting set for action right now. We will start off with the women's team bronze medal match. And in this match, it's Ukraine against the Russian Federation. Now at stage one in Shanghai a month ago, Korea easily defeated Germany 210 to 182, but today it is the women from Ukraine and the women from the Russian Federation facing off. Ukrainians came in as the third seed. After winning the silver medal at stage one in Shanghai, they defeated Iran, Germany before losing to Japan this week. And their lineup includes Victoria Koval, Anastasia Pavlova, and Lydia Sichnikova. So a very good team from Ukraine. And now the Russian Federation entering the field of play. The Russian Federation this past week defeating Denmark 208 to 204, knocking off the United States 216 to 213 before losing to Korea in the semifinals 223 to 220. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Russian Federation. It features Tatiana Sagina, Ina Stepanova, and Kristina Timofeyeva. So those are the competitors in this first match today, the women's team bronze medal match. And by the way, the world record in this event, 231 points recorded by Korea back on August the 10th of 2008 in Shanghai. Let's talk a little bit about the conditions down here on the beach. What's it like to be out there on that shooting line, Jake?
It's definitely different than any other competition in the world. You know, you have to really monitor the wind because it's way different than any other field because you have a completely wide open space to the right side for I don't even know how many miles, so the wind can really come in strong from that distance or that direction. And it's just, of course, you know, more intense because it's arrow for arrow, and you get to watch your other competitors on the big screen in front of, you know, a huge Turkish flag in the background. It's a wild experience.
It is an amazing setting here on Konyaaltı Beach in Antalya, Turkey, as we get set. Right now, the wind conditions fairly light. We expect them to pick up, of course, throughout the course of the day. The first of 10 matches we'll be bringing you live. And we start off with Ina Stepanova for the Russian Federation. 2011 gold medalist in Shanghai at stage 4 that year to qualify for the World Cup finals in Istanbul. She starts off with an 8.
Upwind side too, so she must be being careful.
Tatiana Sagina even further off base. And this is Kristina Timofeyeva, ranked 13th in the world. So Timofeyeva in the 8 ring, along with Stepanova and Tatiana Sagina with the 6. So a little bit of a shaky start for the Russian Federation, as Anastasia Pavlova, 18 years old, takes her first shot of the day, and it's an 8 as well. Or excuse me.
Yep, that was an 8.
An 8.
Yep. Victoria
Koval, winner of the World Cup here in Antalya 3 years ago in 2010, and she finds the 9 ring. And shooting third for the Ukrainian team, Lydia Sichnikova, who is ranked 53rd in the world, right on the line. That should be an 8. So a little bit of a feeling out period right now.
Yeah, this is you know, the first match of the day, so they didn't have the chance to observe other teams and to kind of play off of where they were impacting to judge the wind.
Much better shot that time for Stepanova. And the second shot for Sagina, trying to make the adjustment.
Yeah, she at least got the wind down, left and right.
And Timofeyeva with her second shot in the 7 ring. So a lot to talk about for the Russian Federation. At the conclusion of this first end, but 3 more arrows to be shot by the ladies from the Ukraine, and the first 10 of the match recorded by Pavlova, the 18-year-old.
Держать натяжение.
Sets the stage for Victoria Koval, and Koval with an 8.
From our World Archery Athlete Rep, Victoria Koval.
Не затягивай.
And now Lydia Sichnikova, who's only 19 years old, started competing when she was 14.
10 points.
So a couple of bullseyes
9-point advantage
for the
in one
Ukrainian
end.
team,
Well, it can happen on the beach right
which
here
takes the
in
lead here in this
Antalya.
first end.
Enjoying the lead right now.
And while they talk it over, we'll explain to you how it works in recurve competition. The teams will shoot 24 arrows and use cumulative scoring. Mixed teams, same deal, except they'll shoot 16 arrows. In the individual matches, which we'll see later on this afternoon, we'll convert to the set system, 5 sets, 3 arrows per archer per set. And of course, we're shooting at 70 meters here in recurve competition. And we'll get into the set system a little bit more this afternoon and how that works as the arrows are retrieved. And you see the scores: Ukraine with 53, the Russian Federation with 44.
Scores are official and on the board. 53 points for Ukraine, 44 points.
So the Russian Federation
For our viewers,
with a little bit of ground to be made up, Jake.
Yeah, but it's recurve archery, and it's never over till it's over. And scores can definitely be made up and changed huge on the recurve side.
And one shot can change the complexion of a whole match.
Yeah, exactly. You never know.
We saw that yesterday in the mixed team match with the Italians. Marcella Tonioli shoots a 6. Italy was sailing along. She shoots a 6, and all of a sudden, it's game on.
Exactly.
Second end starts with an 8 from Ina Stepanova for the Russian Federation. Stepanova, a member of the 4th place team for the Russian Federation at the Olympics last fall in London. Best shot of the day so far for Tatiana Sagina, who is 21 years old and competed in Shanghai last month. Was on the mixed team that came in 6th, and the women's team that finished 7th at stage 1. Now Timofeyeva. Trying to match or improve upon her teammates' scores here at the start of the second end. Held it a long time.
Yeah, definitely.
On the line, so they'll count that as an 8.
Over the target 2 of Ukraine.
Anastasia Pavlova.
10.
Another 10.
Seems like Ukraine's got their execution speed down a little bit faster, so I think they're dealing with the pressure better here.
Now Victoria Koval, who's making a comeback on the international stage after giving birth to a baby girl last year, Diana.
9.
And mom nails a 9.
Прицел хорошо стоял, нормально.
So back to Lydia Sichnikova, a former Olympian herself. Finished 3rd in individual competition in London, and a bullseye.
Ukraine racking up the points. Now
So the Ukrainian women off to a good start here in this women's team bronze medal match on Recurve Sunday in Antalya. Nice shot for Stepanova,
by the Russian Federation team. Really good group, about the size of the 10 ring. But
who, by the way, took a team silver medal here in Antalya in 2009. Picked up 2 more silver medals here in 2010. And there's one in the 10 ring for Tatiana Sagina. Timofeyeva in the 9 ring that time.
It's a 57 or 58 size group there. If they'd adjust for it, they would be in the running here.
From Russian Federation.
Pavlova with an 8.
Хорошо.
As the Ukraine tries to put some daylight, more distance between themselves and the Russian Federation.
A little bit of a hesitation there. Still
And
not a
an
bad
expression
result.
on her face when she
Yeah.
let it fly. You could tell she was kind of expecting that.
Considering the Ginch, that's not too bad of a result.
And Sichnikova with a 9. So all in all, not a bad end for the team from the Ukraine.
It's a 9-point lead for the team of Ukraine.
Ukrainian women coming off a silver medal performance in Shanghai, shooting for bronze here today against the Russian Federation. And after 12 arrows, 98 points for the Russian Federation. The Russian Federation picking things up just a little bit in that second end. Scored 44 points in the first end, 54 points in the second end. That was matched by the Ukrainians. They also put 54 points up and lead 107-98, which in compound archery, whoa, having an earthquake here. Not really. Although Turkey is one of the more earthquake-prone areas in the world.
Yeah, that's what I hear. I hear if you feel an earthquake in Turkey, just head for a mosque because they can withstand anything.
Good advice.
Yeah.
107-98, the score right now. Midway point of the match. Nina Stepanova.
First arrow left of the center line of the target.
Stepanova finishing 6th at the World Cup finals in Istanbul 2 years ago. And Tatiana Sagina still seeking the answer. Thirteenth ranked Kristina Timofeyeva with a 9. She came to Ogden, Utah last summer, ranked 233rd in the world, but defeated Jennifer Nichols for the gold medal in her first World Cup event. Also won a team gold medal in Ogden and went back home a hero. Came here ranked 13th in the world. And 8 for Anastasia Pavlova, 18 years old. She jumped from 50th in the world rankings to 21st in the world after that team silver medal in Shanghai last month.
10 points.
10 points put up by Victoria Koval, the daughter of a Soviet champion.
10 to 12-point lead in the next shot.
Sichnikova with a quick release, 7 points.
10 points difference in favor of Ukraine.
But right now, the Ukrainian team with a little bit of a cushion to play with, leading by 10 points midway through this third end. 132-122 and a 10 for the Russian Federation. So Stepanova steps up, drills a bullseye, and Tatiana Sagina will try to follow suit. Comes close.
Yeah. When she has a quick shot, she gets it pretty close, but
9 arrows remaining for Ukraine.
we'll see if she keeps that up.
For Russian Federation.
Better to just step up and fire it than think about it.
Yeah, sometimes.
8 points.
So an 8 on that last shot.
149 points on the board for Russian Federation. An opportunity for Ukraine to go to a double-digit lead now.
Pavlova didn't look happy when she let it go, but 9's not bad.
No. But, I mean, you can tell, at least I can tell as soon as I release where it's going to go, and you always want to shoot a 10, so.
No mulligans, Jake.
No.
Although I think Victoria Koval would like a mulligan right now.
Yes.
Можете переступить через порог этот или нет?
Nine points for Sichnikova. So fairly good grouping for the Ukrainian women during that end. That saw the Russian Federation pick up 51 points, and 51 points posted for the Ukrainian women. So the lead remains at 9. 158 to 149. That's where we were, a 9-point lead after the second end. Russian Federation falling behind by 9 in the first end, and have not been able to really cut into that lead at all, Jake.
No, I mean, we talked about timing and speed, you know, a little while ago, and it's definitely with the technique that both these teams are using. If they can keep their timing up, meaning the time from hitting anchor to releasing, if they can keep that up, then that's basically what they shoot in practice, is a very, very fast shot. So that's what they're used to, and you know, that's now you can see the pressure on their faces and everything, because they have to take that extra time because their bodies are they're not used to it. They're not comfortable with it yet.
Time is starting to run out for the Russian Federation right now. 6 more arrows to be shot. There's a lot of ground to be made up as they trail by 9 points, 158 to 149, heading into the fourth and what would appear to be the final end of this first match of the day, the women's team bronze medal match. And Stepanova starts it off with a 9.
Perfect left to right on that shot.
Tatiana Sagina, ranked 77th in the world, 21 years old.
7.
7 на 2 часа.
And the 7, not exactly what she had in mind. Can Christina pick it up? And she does with a 9.
Those 4 arrows right there on the right side of the 9 are her group, so she just needs to not aim off as much in the wind.
Sometimes when you make that adjustment, you over-adjust, though, don't you?
Yeah, definitely. But you'd rather be on the strong side than the weak side.
8.
Pavlova posts an 8.
Можно.
And now Victoria Koval. 10 points for Koval, who was on the team that won the silver medal in Shanghai last month. All 3 of those ladies picked up a silver medal, now trying to pick up bronze. And well on their way to doing so.
Держать.
9.
Молодец.
So strong shooting to start off the fourth end for the
Picking up 2
Final
more
3
points.
arrows of this bronze medal match.
These next 3 are just basically practice arrows at this point. But you never know.
9.
На 10 часов.
Stepanova.
Десяточки.
Not going down without a fight. Her final arrow is a 9. What would appear to be the final arrow. I'll qualify my statement. Tatiana Sagina with an 8.
Final arrow for Russian Federation.
And Kristina Timofeyeva, who was on the team that finished 4th at the Summer Games in London last fall. Emerging as a real factor for the Russian Federation, finishes off with a 9. So 200 points for the Russian Federation in this match.
In theory, 2 arrows to clinch it for Ukraine.
Anastasia Pavlova
10.
with a 10. Her best shot of the day. Saved her best for last.
That's right.
Good look at the Taurus Mountains in the background right along the coastline here in beautiful Antalya, Turkey.
You only need a 5 here to tie the match, so with 1 arrow left after this archer.
Koval would rather win it, and she does. That is the winning shot right there. This last shot by Lydia Sichnikova.
Nothing but show now.
Yep, nothing but show. And we'll determine the spread.
10 points to finish.
So 10 points and a strong finish. Way to finish in style. Great style as the women from the Ukraine lead from wire to wire, coast to coast, start to finish. A great performance. They came out right away. And again, I guess that highlights again, Jake, just how important it is to get off to a good start in these compound events.
Yeah.
Or excuse me, recurve events.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the point spread's pretty much the amount of points that they lost in the first end. So.
Yep. 9-point lead. They gave up 9 points. The Russian Federation did in that first end, and they were never able to make it up. And they wind up losing by 14 points, 214 to 200, the final score. So a rather comfortable victory for the Ukraine.
Yep.
The bronze medal match is in the books, and Lydia Sichnikova, Anastasia Pavlova, and Victoria Koval.